Hello, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. And in today's video, as promised, we are going to be showing off my best team in Dokkan. There's no doubt in my mind, this is my best team. Now, there are a few different reasons that this is my best team. Number one reason is I have 3 rainbowed LRs on this team. All 3 of those LRs are absolutely ridiculously broken. And then the 3 units that are not rainbowed are still absolutely ridiculously broken. And of course, what a better way to spotlight the most broken team than with the 2 best units in the game, which is the Blue Fusions. We have Gogeta, we have Vegito. We then have another Vegito and another Gogeta. But obviously, I mean, those ones are... God, 2 years old now. Those units were released 2 years ago. And I still love using those more than at least 95% of the units in this game. But let's not get down to the the reminiscing. Let's hop into the Infinite Dragon Ball history. Let's show off why these guys have earned the title of most broken team for me. Emphasis on for me in Dokkan. Now, the real question is, am I able to get a LR Gohan that is also rainbowed to complement my rainbowed LR Gohan? I absolutely can. Otis, you are my man. Not surprising at all, but I have been seeing an upcropping of a lot of rainbowed Gohans recently. Like I said, no surprise in the least. I'm sure I'm going to see a lot of him rainbowed. I'm going to see a lot of the future Trunks rainbowed. I'm going to see a lot of the LR Gogeta and Vegetos rainbowed. Anytime an anniversary happens and they release things like this, I just immediately know that whatever units are on there, I'm going to start to see a lot more of them. I will say, even though I'm 150% okay with the fact that they were not on there, I was really shocked that they did not put on the LR Super Saiyan 4s. To me, I figured Gohan and Cell were going to be put on the banners, which were here just a little bit ago, which was the Majin Vegeta and the Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I thought they were going to put Gohan on Majin Vegeta's banner, and then they were going to put Cell on Goku's banner. Instead, they put the Super Saiyan 4s, which it wasn't a big deal, and it did make sense. I really did think they were going to put the Cell on, because he is a resurrected warrior, and then they have the Gohan, who is on Super Saiyan 2. I thought that made more sense, because the Super Saiyan 4s are anniversary units, so it makes most sense to see them reappear on an anniversary banner, but they didn't do that, so... I mean, like I said, it is what it is. It doesn't bother me in any way, shape, or form. I just was really... I don't even know that I want to say confused, because like I said, it did make sense. Those were Goku and Vegeta themed banners, so it was just Goku and Vegeta units. But I honestly 100% could have seen them slapping them on there and then giving the other anniversary units. Now, I will say that had they put the Super Saiyan 4s on here, I do believe that my luck would have changed. Those units are so cursed for me at this point. The fact that I have 3 times as many of the brand new Gogetas as I do either one of the Super Saiyan 4s still triggers me and will continue to trigger me until the day I die and stop playing Dokkan. I still am absolutely boggled on how in the world I cannot pull those units whenever they are on a banner. So, I'm at one point, there will be a banner that they are both on, I'm sure, or at least one of them is on, and I will only pull him, and then I'm going to be a little salty, because I'm going to think back to the anniversary in which I did all these summons, and did not pull them. Now, had that happened this anniversary, I probably would not have uploaded a Dokkan video for the entire month of July, as long as those banners were in my face, there would not have been any content because I would have been that salty. Super Saiyan 4s, as I've said, while I don't dislike them, I do not love them. I think Super Saiyan 4 transformations were cool, and that's about it. I didn't find myself like, oh my god, that just happened, as opposed to Vegito Blue and Gogeta Blue, which I think both of those are super cool moments. Obviously, Gogeta Blue was in my top 5 best Dragon Ball moments of all time, and Vegito Blue was not on that list, but 100% he's top 10, so it wasn't, in my opinion, at least a big deal that he wasn't on there. So, oof. Not exactly getting the keys, the key spheres the way I would like them right now, but I mean, it's not really going to matter. Why did I put him in the back? That's... I question myself sometimes. I'm a little distracted. It's fine, though. This team will have no problem with this event, so I'm not worried about it. But, I just, the blue fusions for me are way more impressive units and way... I guess the easiest way to phrase it is I find them more appealing to me when they appear anytime a Gogeta banner, a Vegito banner, a Majin Vegeta banner, an Evolution Blue Vegeta banner. Basically, if there's a Vegeta or a Fusion banner, I want that unit. Is it going to take me a while? Probably. Do I care? No, I do not. I 100% will always go in on one of those banners. I think to date, the only banner that featured one of those units that I did not go in on was actually LR Majin Vegeta. And that was because at that time, I wasn't as much into Dokkan as I am in now. I will say that I probably got really committed to Dokkan, probably around last Christmas? Last Christmas, of course, being the Christmas of 2018. Or, well... I think that's when I got committed to it, perfectly. Like, that was when I decided, yeah, okay, this is going to be the mobile game that I'm actually going to sit down and be like, yep, this is the game I'm going to do as much as I can in. But I think to date, the banner that I went in the most on originally, like a ridiculous amount, was the LR Fusions, the Int and Fizz, the Int Vegito and the Fizz Gogeta, because those were one of the first units that had like a transformation mechanic on Global, and their transformation mechanic was amazing, and at the time was like the best thing in the game. So it is obviously at this point now, in this day and age, what we see from them on Dokkan it's not underwhelming. I shouldn't use that, but it's, when you compare them to their new blue counterparts, to me, it just seems different. Dokkan is a different atmosphere now than it was, even really a year ago, but especially 2 years ago. Dokkan has always been one of the big games, especially in Japan, but they have stepped up. The animations are brilliant, the units are brilliant, the way that they're doing banners, especially on the global side, for any of you who are on the JP side and don't realize, I'm 100% in agreement. You guys get absolutely shafted in so many ways that I don't think global players even can recognize. The peel-off trove for global has, for several banners now, I think it started, I don't even know, because I didn't even pay attention until, I think the Cooler banner was the first one I saw, has a pack in there that you can buy, and it gives you a ticket, and that ticket is a multi that gives you a guaranteed featured unit. Now, you can absolutely, you can get, the worst shaft would either be for getting a unit you have rainbowed, or if you get although the featured units that aren't Dokkan Fest are still freaking ridiculous, so I don't know that I qualify that as a shaft, but the fact that you can get that, so for example, just to show you how absolutely ridiculous this is and why I'm so sorry that you guys don't have it on the JP side. When I did that on the Majin Vegeta banner, now I did it to try and get the LR Super Saiyan 4, I got a Whis animation that gave me 2 Majin Vegetas in 1 multi. I was not salty because I love that unit, but I was just like, this is why. This is one of the many reasons that global players are blessed and don't even realize. Another thing, JP doesn't get the ticket summons, ever. Not once. They didn't get them on the anniversary like we have them now, where it's like, oh, okay, I did 4 multis, or 5 multis technically, because you get the free one and I didn't get anything. Well, let me use my ticket multi. Oh, I pulled the new unit. Look at that. Like, there's so many people that I don't think have realized that the reason they have pulled one of these new units has been because of the tickets. Like, those tickets are stupidly good. And then for, I think, some of the past anniversaries, they actually gave out like a free one. Now, I do believe they have stopped doing that actually because of the fact that I don't even want to know how many people, they're like, oh, my first ticket multi and I got them. I'm like, cool. You know, but Pilaf's Trove, and then one of the craziest, absolutely mind-boggling things that I have seen is the fact that on the Beerus banner, we got discounted multis, and the last discounted multi gave a guaranteed featured. Now, I said this when I was summoning for him. If you wanted to do those discount summons and get the guaranteed featured, I'm all for that. Discounts are discounts. You take those when you get those. But I was just like, how is this fair? How are you going to tell me I think it was 100 stones for 3 multis and you're getting a guaranteed featured? Guarantee there were a lot of people that they just did that, got the beers and they're like, okay, we're done here. Like, that one boggled my mind as to why they thought that they could do that and there wasn't going to be a lot of salty JP players. And like I said, I'm salty for you guys. That is ridiculous that we got that. Now, was it on a banner of, you know, anniversary proportions? No, not even close. Does it matter? No, it does not. You could have slapped that on Super 13 and I would have thought that was stupid. Like, and what they're doing on Global right now is they're setting a precedent that anytime they put out a banner, there is a decently high chance that they either, one, are going to give out the bundle in the Pilaf's Trove, which is a guaranteed featured, or they're going to start doing what they did on the Beerus banner, and they're like, well, we don't know if a lot of people will want to summon on this. Okay, just give them a free featured, man. Like, don't do that. Like, I'm all for each side getting benefits. But when one side has so many benefits, and the other side, so the big thing is at this point is a lot of people are angry because JP always gets more stones from, you know, maintenance and stuff. Yeah, okay, they do, but if I took and I compiled a list of every time JP has gotten shafted and every time Global has gotten shafted, I think you would see that it is just stupid how many things go in Global's favor. But, you know, I'm gonna stop this rant because we're getting into, you know, we're going down a slippery slope here. But at the end of the day, I don't ever want to hear somebody say, man, what a Global shaft. Have we gotten shafted? Yes. Has JP gotten shafted? Yes. I'm not going to pretend that both games haven't had, you know, a moment where I'm like, really? But, you know, at the end of the day, JP has gotten shafted more. But, end of that discussion. As you can see, this team right here is stupid. He has 13 ki and has a 1 million attack stat. Like, he's not even done building himself up. This frickin' Gogeta is the most offensive power to 3 million damage. If that was a physical unit, that would have been so much damage. This is going to do good damage too, especially if he crit, although he is type disadvantage. He crits. He says, yeah, type disadvantage ain't nothing but a thing, baby. These units, man, are... I mean, it's not even close at this point. So before this anniversary, this was my favorite unit right here, the AGL LR Gohan. I thought that his transformation, while it was difficult to achieve, was fair. It made sense. And I will be honest, I actually like the non-transform version of him better because of the infinite build in defense. He still does stupid damage when he's like 4.1 million attack stat. Like, he's still ridiculous. But he infinitely raises defense in this. He doesn't do that once he transforms. So I have zero problem. It's the same thing with the AGL Bardock. I don't transform the Bardock because once you do, he doesn't defend anything. He gets hit so freaking hard. But I just... Oh, man. Okay, so... I want to say Gogeta's capped. But because I'm not entirely sure, so we're at, let me check real quick, 141,000 defense. So next time he comes around, we're going to see if he's still at that. If he is, time to put him in the third slot, get those guaranteed additional supers. Look at him defend too. Like, dude, I can't, man. If you ever wanted to know what the perfect unit in Dokkan looks like, as opposed where it's offense and defense, the blue fusions are them. Like, it's stupid. 5 million. 5 million attack stat, wasn't even a 24 key. And he's about to pour out all of the damage. Yep, 2 million. I really wish that would have been a super attack. And then this is why you put additional on him, because he's just going to continue to absolutely dominate whoever he's hitting. He just took out so many health bars off of Gogeta right there. It's ridiculous. Like, no matter how many times I use these units, no matter how many teams I slap them on, no matter how old these units are, I don't think I will ever appreciate a unit as much as I appreciate these two. Now, the new Goku and Vegeta Blue on the JP side on the Tanabata banner, I do think that when they come out, I will 100% enjoy them. But it's going to be... We'll see who ends up winning the battle, but it's going to be a battle between them and the Blue Fusions. Who is it that I like more? The only unit I think right now that I can think of coming off of the top of my head that I will enjoy more than the Blue Fusions is I don't care if it's an LR or a Dokkan Fest or an LR Dokkan Fest, but a Evolution Blue Vegeta who has an active skill where he uses the final explosion. Or another Majin Vegeta. Really, that's my favorite Vegeta. So if you can slap a new Majin Vegeta out, again, I will 100% be okay with it. Alright, so Gogeta, he has to be maxed out. 147k? No, he's not. So he's not even done with his freaking damage yet. What? Like... He was already hitting for 5 million attack stat, and he's gonna hit even harder. Dude, can we just, from now on, just release more of these units that are just stupid? Yeah, 5 million attack stat, not 24 freaking key, and, well, at this point, he there's no way he's not maxed out on his passive, but yeah, he's gonna dominate this Broly. Absolutely obliterate him. And then Vegeto's like, my turn. Time for me to hit like a frickin' freight train. Can we get a crit, though? Nope. Still 1.2 million, though. And then he's going to get another super attack. It's just... These units are just onslaught units that just... Oh, my God. Like, 2 years from now, I'm going to be looking back at this, and it's going to be the same... Like, I still look back 2 years from now on the 3rd year anniversary, and I look at those units, and I'm like, these guys are still great. I don't know how long I'm going to be saying that with these guys. 3 years? 4 years? Like, I can't get over how much Dokkan... Like, no matter what you think about Dokkan as a game, no matter what you think about how they handle certain aspects of this game, I don't see any way possible that somebody can argue that Dokkan has not put in the time or the effort into making their game better. The animations alone Okay, so let's look at the Super Saiyan 4s, OG Super Saiyan 4s. When those came out, those guys had, at the time, really cool animations. They had the counterattacks and all of that. Like, they were really cool. Then let's skip forward a year. We have transformation mechanics. We have 2 units, these guys right here, that have their 18 key in their transformed state. At the time, in my opinion, was the best looking attacks in the game. I was like, wow, Dokkan is really stepping it up. Okay, let's fast forward. Well, for Global, it wasn't quite a year from then, but the Gohan, Goten, and Tech Broly. That Tech Broly, at the time, I thought was unbeatable animation-wise. I really did. I didn't see any way possible that somebody was going to up that. And then they show off the Blue Fusions a little over a year later. And I was like, okay, this is unbeatable. And then, for those of you who have not seen it, I highly recommend going and checking it out. The super attacks on the Goku and Vegeta Blue that came out on the Tanabata banner on JP, while I personally like their attacks less than these guys, I will say I think the animation is better. I 100% think the animation is a better animation. But I cannot get over how well Dokkan has aged. Because, let's be honest, when this game first came out, every freaking animation was the same. Gallic Gun, Kamehameha, Final Flash, didn't matter what beam attack you're using, it was the exact same animation. They changed the color, that's it. And then maybe your character did a different stance. That was it. So you're purely going off of passive and leader skill, that's all that mattered. Then they started doing the Dokkan Festival units we got, which, well, actually, I haven't covered this yet. Anytime they release new content, the test unit is always the exact same thing. It's always Broly. It's always Broly. It never changes. So, for example, let's start long time ago into Dokkan's past. STR Dokkan Fest Broly, the very first Dokkan Festival unit added into the game, and it's a Broly. Alright, let's fast forward, that was a year and a half maybe? STR Broly LR is released, the very first LR introduced. Okay, now let's fast forward several years. Ultimate Chain Battle is released. Ultimate Chain Battle, first boss you fight, is Broly. So, to me, anytime that they're looking at adding something, which I don't know that the Ultimate Chain Battle qualifies as a major content thing, but anytime they add like a new class of unit, a new type of unit or whatever, it always seems to be Broly. Do I have a problem with that? No. No, I do not. I think 150% it makes sense that they always choose Broly, because I think for a lot of people, Broly was that first unit in Dragon Ball Z that you see and you're like, dude, what is this guy? He's unbeatable. Like, you have Frieza, of course, but, you know, I think it's a different feeling when it's a, wow, that was absolutely atrocious. When it's another Saiyan. I think Saiyans are basically the cheat code. Like, if you want to introduce a character that I feel is cooler than most people, it would be a Saiyan character. You've got the transformations and everything, and that's why I think with Frieza, and that's why Frieza keeps coming back. Frieza is another basically ever-evolving character where he'll always get more transformations because they're like, yeah, we can just do this, we can just do this, we can just do this. Which is, I think, also why, like, Cooler was, they're like, we'll give Cooler a movie, and then we'll give him another movie where he turns into a tin can for some reason. But it just seems like Saiyans are always the cool, like the fusions are always the cool, like the Super Saiyan 4s, the Brolys. I mean, you've got all these Saiyan characters out there that I just think for a lot of people are cooler to see. But that's basically my whole spiel here. Oh yeah, Goku Black is another freaking example of that, and then Rose, of course, which I know a lot of people, you're pretty split on Dragon Ball Super. You either have people that think it's worse than GT, which, listen. You can say a lot of things about Dragon Ball Super, but please don't tell me that you actually think GT is better than Super. I will admit the animations in some of Super are horrible, like absolutely horrible. But GT's pretty much everything was not good. So, and while I like Super nothing will live up to Z, at least as of right now. I have seen nothing that has lived up to Z. The Broly movie was fantastic, but did I like it better than Fusion Reborn? No. Did I like it better than the Majin Buu saga? No. Did I like it better than the Cell saga? No. Did I like it better than the Frieza saga? Probably not. Like, there's a lot, but anyways, guys, that is going to do it for today's video. If you enjoyed, make sure to stay tuned. I try to upload at least twice a day, 2 times a day, new videos for you to watch and enjoy. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, night, evening, afternoon, whatever time of day you may be watching this. I hope you enjoy. And yeah, guys, this is Miraculous Transcendence signing off, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Later, guys.